Good morning, Tony from FARMOOR Koi. Wow, it's Christmas Eve, and yeah, I've had a bit of a surprise come through in the mail, parcel mail. So yeah, I've had a Christmas present to myself. Yeah, I bought this myself. This is another addition to the GRO. So I have, and I'll turn you round. I have bought a automatic fish feeder. This is the one I've gone for. It's JEBAO. Now, I'm pretty sure I've seen Tiger with the identical feeder, so I've no idea whose feeder it really is. Obviously, you know, it's made by somebody, and some suppliers, if you like, some manufacturers, if you like, put their own name on it, because it is identical to the Tiger, except for the Tiger is hiked up in price compared to the JEBAO. So yeah, it wasn't meant to come until the end of next week, but I'm really pleased it has, because I will be able to set it up. Now, I don't do reviews as such. I buy stuff, I fit it to my kit, and I'll probably tell you over a period of time in other videos how it's doing. So that's what's going to happen to this. I will try and unbox it, and yeah, see how we go. So this is the FD40. This is the smallest one they do, which I think is going to be perfect for my GRO. There's the details, so if you wanted to pause the video to read that, all that information is there. I think it says identical on the ends as well. Focus, that's JEBAO Company Limited, made in China, as is most things. So I'll get the box down off of there and see if I can do some kind of unboxing one-handed. That'll be fun. So I've not opened this yet. It came wrapped up in like a bin liner. Not taped down or anything. Well, that's my invoice. So on the top of the box, there's this, which I think that's a screw you put in it for larger feeds, and that's the screw you put in it for smaller feeds. I think that's the feeder spout. That's the stand for it. Plate. Now I have looked at it online, and the pipe goes in there and you bolt it in place, but I'm hoping, my plan is to not actually bolt it in place, because I want to mount it somewhere here on this corner, and I want to be able to swing it across the GRO on to feed. But because I want to put a lid on here, I want to be able to swing it out of the way to lift the lid. Now I've also got a plan within the lid. I'm going to drill a hole and I'm going to put a funnel into that hole. So hopefully the feeder will release the food into the funnel through the lid into the GRO on. So that's my plan. So that's the stand. It's actually bigger than I thought it would be. So I might have to put something on the side to take it a little bit. So then in here you got the main body and lid and the first bit of pipe, and then that's the other bit of pipe. I think that's where the two screws go, not both together, one each. And obviously the spout goes on there. There's the controller in there. Anyway, this one you can get an idea of the size of it by my hand. It's not massive, but it's plenty for a GRO on. Loads for a GRO on, in actual fact. So yeah, so in here is a bag of tricks that won't come out. I just don't want to. Here it is. So, aha. Got a UK plug on it. Unfortunately, it's one of them stupid shapes that won't go in there very well. But never mind. I think you've got to use it because it's probably a transformer of some sort. LED driver. So yeah, so there's that. And there's the controller. Which you can mount to the wall, or I've got a feeling it also mounts on this tube at the top corner, which is good. So that's it, it's unboxed. So I'm going to put it together and see how we go. So moving on a little bit with the feeder, I've had to do another job. This platform here, I think I mentioned it before, was to get over the fact that this pipe over hangs just here, so that when I got a lid to go on here, it will miss that and come down on the feeder. Well, I did say I was going to mount the feeder down there. Well, it didn't fit really. So, because the base was bigger than I thought, so I've had to do this. So I've created a base on there for it. The only thing is, once that pipe is put in, so the feeder is going to be up a lot higher than I really wanted. Now there's an easy way around that because there's no electrics in this tube. I could cut this tube down a lot lower, but can't do that really until the guarantee is out, because my luck, it will go wrong after I cut it. So it's going to have to stay up there for the time being. So anyway, I'll put it together and sort of mount it. I won't insult you by showing you how to exactly put it together, because it's anybody stupid could put this thing together, and I'm stupid. So must be easy. The instructions are crap, by the way, so there's no point in taking any notice of them. But so I put them back in the box so that if it does go wrong, I guarantee I've got those as well. Anyway, I'm going to put it together, mount it on what I've created there, and we'll see what we think about it. I've stuck it up there at the moment. Now, as I say, there's a bolt to go through there that holds that rigid in one spot, and equally there's a little tiny hole there for you to put a little grub screw in there. But I tell you what, that is so firm on there, don't really need it, because I want it to be able to swing round out my way when if I lift the lid. So, and the cable comes out the end here, and I'll put the little controller on it next so that you can see where that mounts on it. I was going to mount it on that board, but you don't have to, really. So yeah, it's quite good, that, and I think that works quite well. But in all seriousness, I would probably lower that quite a bit if I wasn't going to invalidate the guarantee. But there you go. If the instructions said you can saw it off to suit, then it'd be fine, wouldn't it? But it don't. No, well, I don't know if it does or it don't. I ain't read them actually. So, there you go. Bit more towards the job. So I've mounted the control unit. There is these little bits already on there just to clip it onto. So it's quite firmly clipped onto that post. I'll probably put some cable ties around some of these cables. It's up round over the top. There's a bundle of wire just clipped to that bracket up there, and I've plugged it in this end one because it hasn't got any other plugs in it. And that is one drawback, that you can't shut the lid on a waterproof socket. Yet the thing is made for outdoor use. So I think they could do something to improve that, so that you can plug it in and shut the socket lid. But there you go. But one of the reasons that I chose this, there are others on the market I know, but I wanted a mains operated one rather than a battery one, because I get little power cuts around here quite often. And when the power is cut, I want the feeding to stop at the same time. I don't want a battery feeder to keep pumping the food in. So that's why I opted for one that is mains powered. Okay. So as I mentioned before, there's 2 screws involved in this that mount in it. Now, I think you might have to clean them from time to time, because if it gets a bit moist and the food sticks to them, they get a bit gummed up. So that could be a problem, but I'm going to go for this one that gives the smallest amount of food at the moment. And it just pops in there and engages with that like that. So then there's a lid to put on there. So then there's this lid that just screws in position when you can get the threads lined up. Can't get it. Can I do it one-handed? I know I'm turning it the wrong way. I'm trying to find the end of the thread. That ain't right. Aha! So I don't think you have to do that up too tight. That's fine. So then there's the spout to put on. And it's done. So this is the spout. I don't feel quite right. No, I do not feel right. Nope. I'll come back to you. Can't do it one-handed. So that's the spout on. Now, I've just found out where I said I won't bother put that bolt in, and I won't bother putting that little screw in there because I don't see any point. It just allows it to twist round. There is one that is vital to put in apparently. Up there, where you can see it there is that one. If you don't put that one in, that can happen. I still haven't looked at the instructions. It would probably told me about all these screws you have to put in. So I need to put that one in. Otherwise it'll just tip all the food out. So I've put some food in it. It's powered up. I haven't programmed the timings yet, but I've put the right time on it at least. I want to see, apparently the manual feed is exactly the same as a one feed on the programmer, and you can do multiples of one feed if you like. You can do up to 1 to, I don't know, I have to have a look. I think it's 1 to 7 or something like that. So, and each time is 8 seconds. So I've got a little container here. If I tar that, and now this is going to be awkward because I'm holding the phone and I've got to press the excuse me while I go and press the button with my phone hand. So that's one feed is about 13 grams really. I've tried it a few times now, not weighed it as such, but I've tried it a few times to make sure the screw is full of food. So I'll empty this one out again, and okay. Nearly 14 that time. I'll try it again. $13. I know coffee machines that do that, they stop and you take your cup away and they carry on. 12.6. That didn't seem very much that time. 6, that's a half amount. Yeah, 12.7, so it's about 13 grams it's meant to do, I think. With this size pellet, it'd be different, of course, with different size pellets. This is Sakiakari growth medium pellet. Yeah. I'll give it one more go. Yeah, I would say between 12 and 13 grams, really. So that's what it does on one manual push on that little button there. Okay. In terms of programming it, obviously you hit the clock, set up, and it flashes, and I think you can go all the way around the 24-hour clock. It's 13:21, and when you're finished you just hit the OK. I'm not quite sure what the 317 is about, but for feed timings I've set one so far, and that feed number 1 is at 8 o'clock. So I've done that one. So feed 2 I would try and do 10 o'clock. So that's 10 o'clock, okay. So literally you hit the button that you want to do a link with, you hit the setup button, you change it to what you want it with the original, this was the timing button, and then you OK it when you get to the time. So the quantity, right, on timing 1, which I've set up for 8 o'clock, I've got it on 1 portion, which is 8 seconds of portion. Let's go back to that one. So on 2, it's on 3 portions at the moment. So you hit the setup button and you go quantity round 7, 8, 9. Okay, it can go up to 9 settings. That's setting it on nothing. And there's 1, which is all I want it on at the moment. Okay, so I've currently got two timings set up. I've got 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock set up at the moment. Okay. I don't know what 317 is about. I'll have to look at that. So, quantity, the one at 8 o'clock. Yeah, okay. You obviously, I've got to remember the time you set these up. So, how many? I said, didn't I, how many quantity? It goes up to, oh, that's the timings, the quantity on the timings. So that's the 8 o'clock feed with 1 on it. That's the 10 o'clock feed with 1 on it. So that's basically it really. If you want a manual feed, it's this one. I don't know why it's on 317, possibly because of the clock setup. So that would be feed 3 if it's set up, I suppose. I better check that, wouldn't I? One, two. No, 3's got 3 on it. 4's got nothing on it. All the others got nothing on it. Okay. I'm going to have to play with that until I've got it sorted. Well, I think if you just leave it alone, it eventually just goes back to the clock. There you go. Well, that's not the clock. Because the clock is 13:25, which is the time now. Right, I'm going to have to sort it out without holding the camera. Excuse me a moment. Okay, that 317 it was showing was a pre-programmed feed that was default in it. Now I've programmed a couple more feeds in it. Obviously it was 1700 hours it was going to feed, so that's right. So what it's displaying there each time is the next feed number 4 at 1400 hours. So that's what it's going to display each time a feed's done. The next feed will be displayed. So yeah. So if I go to timing, I've done 1, I've done 2, I've done 3, I've done 4. So do the next one, 5, set up at 1600 hours. Okay. And the quantity on that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set up 1. Okay. And it goes back to the 4th feed at 1400 hours. Apparently it displays the next feed which is due. So great. Got that sorted. Well, I'm going to leave it at 5 program feeds at the moment and see how it does. As I say, I don't do reviews really. I put my kit in that I buy and I set them up, and over forthcoming videos I will probably mention how things are going. So if I'm finding it's good, I should say it's good. If it's performing well, I should say it's performing well. If it's not performing right and I'm having problems, I will tell you I am having problems with this feeder. So it looks very promising at the moment anyway. And as I say, I've put that screw in there now so that can't fall over. I haven't put that bolt or that screw in because it's fine. I just want to be able to swing it out of my way if I want to, so that I can lift the lid up. If I had my way at all, it would be a bit lower. And I might even want this to fire straight downwards into a little hopper that's in the lid that I want to create. But I have to think about that one a bit. But on the whole, it seems well made. As I say, it's JEBAO, but it's absolutely identical to the Higer ones. There's 3 sizes, I think. This is the smallest, this is 40, and I think there's a 50 and a 60, I think. And that's a bit of a drawback up there as well, having to have the lid open on you, because there's a lot of condensation in this greenhouse, and you know, mind you, when there's a lid on this, it'll probably cut some of the condensation down and it'll keep a bit of the heat in. So that was my Christmas present to myself. A little bit further. I like the idea of them being regularly fed. I think they get used to a routine, fish, because they always seem to congregate in the main pond where the feeder is at the times it's set. So they do like routine, no doubt about that. Or if you hand feed, they can hear you walking up to the pond. Yeah. So that's good. Again, I'll repeat what I said. I wanted a mains one because if the electricity supply goes off, I want the feeder to stop feeding. So that's why I haven't gone for battery. So yeah, that's it. I hope that was of some use to you. Oh, at an 8-second feed, which is a 1 feed, and you can set it to several if you want to, and each would go. An 8-second feed appears to give you about 12-13 grams of this particular pellet. I would imagine that might change with a different food or a different pellet. Some pellets could be the same size as this pellet but lighter, for instance, and I would imagine it would still put the same quantity in volume down, not the same quantity in weight. So the Sakiakari growth, it puts out between 12 and 13 grams an 8-second feed. I hope that's of some use. Well, that's it for me on this one. I didn't expect to be doing this one this side of Christmas. This wasn't meant to be being delivered until a week's time, so I'm thrilled to bits it's here actually. So that's great. I've had a further 7 subscribers, so I'm 907 now. So thank you very much, all those that are subscribing to me. I am very, very grateful and humbled by your support, by the support of all my subscribers. Thank you so much. I'll just give another shout out actually for Rocket Boy Dave. He's in the upper 800s. I think he's 880 odd. You know, go over to his channel, Koi Karma. I think he's changed it a little bit. It's either Koi Karma Rocket Boy or it's Rocket Boy Koi Karma. Dave, anyway, give him your love, give him your support. He's a lovely chap, and it'd be nice for us both to cross over the 1,000 subs together, or near enough. So that would be very kind of you. And anybody else that would like to subscribe to me, I'd be very, very pleased. With that, I'm going to wish you for tomorrow, we say this is Christmas Eve, but for tomorrow, for Christmas Day, have a wonderful day with your family. Have a great day with your family. Make sure all your fish are sorted out in the morning and they're all happy, and then go and enjoy your day with the family. And have a really good New Year too. If I don't put any more content out this side of New Year, have a great New Year, a great 2025, and let's hope that we enjoy our koi next year. And I mean, I'll be going to some of the shows. If you see me at the shows, please do come up and say hello. It's always nice to meet you. So yeah. So, Merry Christmas. Bye bye. Bye for now.